Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Wherever you are on this beautiful planet we call home. What's good, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Happy Wednesday, hump day, yeah. I apologize for the last 2 days. I had to pick my parents up from the airport, and Monday I had to do some personal things, had to run around. But yeah. We back in the building today, baby. Back in the building today, baby. But what is good, everybody? How we doing? Hopefully, y'all are having a great day. It's been it's been a pretty good day. Looking at the charts, my voice just cracked. Wow. But yeah. Let's take a look over there at the crypto at Coin Market Cap. Man, I'm all over the place this morning or this afternoon, whatever time it is. But let's take a look over there and we can see what we got going on in the market at the moment. Here we go. Let me refresh, make sure we got the most accurate information. The market is down 2.14% on the day, but still sitting there at a 1.16 trillion. Really have been kind of sideways moving for the last few days. Bitcoin holding on to that 30K, that $30,000 Bitcoin right there, holding on to that strong. Down 1.76 or 1.73%. Ethereum down 2.66, sitting there in the mid 1800s. BNB sitting there at 232. And a little bit of a red day, but when you've had so much good news over the last few days, inside some sideways consolidation, it's understandable. XRP sitting there down 5% on the day or on the week, 2%, almost 3% on the weekday. So everything kind of having a little bit of a pullback. But let's take a look at Bitcoin here as we kind of look at the chart here. That's the day. Let's look at the 7-day. Had a nice jump up to, what was that, about 31,000? 31.3. So it's really kind of what we got up to. And we'll take it out to the month. So if you look back from June 21st, it really has kind of been sideways consolidating, jumped up a little bit, and then had a nice little pullback and kind of hanging out around that 30,000 mark, which is what I said before. 30K might be the new support level for a while. So I like to see that happening. Faux show. But that's kind of what we got going on the overall market. Kind of a red day as we scroll through. We're going to see a lot of red with some green sprinkled in, but not a whole bunch. We got a lot of things that are kind of having a little bit of a pullback. You see some almost 15% there. I don't even know what project that is. But yeah, so not a whole bunch of movement to the upside, more downward pressure today, but not a bad thing as Bitcoin is still holding on to that 30,000 level there. So not too bad. Not too bad there on the overall market. The overall is down 2% on the day, but after running from what, like a 1.0 something to a 1.17, 1.18, you can have a little bit of a pullback, which is totally expectable and kind of what we're seeing right now. But Bitcoin is holding on strong to that 30K mark, which is nice to see. Very nice to see there. For sure. Let's take a look and see what we got in the chat. Let's see who we got in the building today. We got Miss Sarita. Miss Sarita coming in first in line today. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, evening, fam. Happy Wednesday to all. Sending positive vibes and a pleasant day ahead. Absolutely. It's Grove Mega Space Wednesday. Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing everyone tonight. Absolutely. It is Wednesday, which means we do have our weekly Grove mega space over on Grove Live going down tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff in the market, things going on with Grove as well. So we got, here it is. Don't forget to go check that out. It is pinned to the top of my my Twitter page here. So go check that out. Make sure you set that reminder and get it in there because it's going to be a good space tonight for sure. As we got me and Mac over there hosting, as well as Miss Mindy joining, and we'll have a little breakdown. We'll talk about some Grove X. We'll talk about what's kind of going on in the market and some other things. So we'll have a good time tonight. We will have a good time tonight. So again, don't forget to go set that reminder. I guess I can set the reminder myself. Reminder set, even though I'm the host, so it's going to let me know. But yeah, go smack that and go retweet it. Let everybody know that we will be live rocking and groving tonight over on Twitter, hanging out for a little while, having a good space. The last couple of spaces have been actually really, really good. I think we've had, let me scroll down, try to love when my mic goes out. Love when my mic goes out. But we've had some pretty good spaces over the last couple of weeks with the new format that we've had going. From 3, 5, 5 spaces a week to one, and really kind of compacting that down. So very, very excited about that. Make sure to go set that reminder, and we'll get it in there. Speaking of Twitter, if you are watching from Twitter, feel free to like that button, hit the retweet button, let everybody know that we are live, rocking and groving here on YouTube and Twitter as well. So definitely appreciate all of y'all over there. But yeah, we got some big topics. Bitcoin, the spot ETFs coming in pretty strong. With the applications and asset managers that are holding and applying for that spot BTF or spot Bitcoin ETF. We're getting more and more players, and I did see that we had ARC with, I think this Kathy Woods, if I'm not mistaken. Kathy Woods is on that one right there, I do believe. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe it is Kathy Woods. I'm gonna go check just because so I can make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, I'll pull that one up. We'll look at it here in a little bit. But yeah, we got Kathy Woods and ARC. They are in position to be kind of the first, even before BlackRock. When you look at that, if you start looking at all of the asset managers that are jumping into or applying to get into the Bitcoin ETFs, it definitely gets up there in money wise. Like over like it's like around $30 trillion worth of assets. So that could definitely give us a little run and on Bitcoin and in the market as well. If those do get approved and we start seeing those massive asset managers jump in there. So very, very cool. I know ARC is a very, very big one and very influential asset manager as well. You got BlackRock in there. But I think it's somewhere like 27, 30 million, 30 trillion, something like that. And if you look at it, we just looked at coin market cap. Coin market cap sitting at a $1 trillion market cap right now. So, if we get, 1 trillion of that, that doubles the market immediately, which is pretty dang solid. If you ask me, not gonna lie, that's a pretty solid move to the upside there. Mike in the building, what's good, brother? How you doing? Hanging out with us from Germany, all the way from Deutschland. What is good, brother? How you doing? How you doing? But yeah, very, very excited for tonight. We got a Grow Mega Space going on that'll be there tonight, and so we're gonna have some fun. But we got some things here to talk about. We did have a Twitter space with John G on Sunday. And he kind of just wanted to. It really was an informational space. We had a lot of good questions asked by the community. I don't remember all of them. They are in my DMs, most of them, but I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. But I did take a little bit of notes. Where am I at here? think I'm on the wrong page. Helps if I'm on the right page, y'all. There we go. There we go. So last week we had the little security issue with our third party. But again, Grove was all square. Nothing happened there. Our everything's secure on our side. So what the team did was they moved to a multi-sig cold wallet. So now it multi-sig cold wallets. That way, it's not even online. You can't get into it. So very very excited about that. And investigation is underway as well. That they are trying to figure out exactly how that happened and who was behind that. So I think they're kind of getting closer to pinpointing who and what group was, if there was a group, who was behind that as well. So pretty solid there. And I think what it was like 57 million GRV. And so 57 million GRV will be burned, will be the biggest burn in the Grove history for sure. But it's going to be massive, massive, massive burn. And not only that, but, that attack happened and it was stopped within 3 minutes. So really limited the damage that happened. Although, we did take a little hit on the chart, but outside of that, not a whole lot. It could have been way worse, as we know people like to drain things. So it could have definitely been way worse than what it was. But yeah. So not too bad. It did get it got stopped pretty quickly, and all that good stuff. And so Grovex, it may be, John wants to make sure that everything is secure and perfect. So the end of June was kind of our timeline. It may be a few days, it may be a week, but I'd rather have it pushed a week or so, and make sure that everything is good, rather than putting it out there and it not being perfect, and then have to go back and pause it and do all that other stuff to make sure it is safe. So that is a good thing, making sure that it is ready to go when it goes out, and not just kind of rushing it out there just because to hit a deadline, or hit a date that was mentioned. So it will be here. We got what, 2 days left of this month. Yeah, 2 days left of this month. So I mean, it might be there, first week of July. You never know, but it is on the way. Very very excited about that. And what we say here, everything fine. Hope you are. Hope you are all too. I hope you, man. I'm doing well, man. Doing good, brother. Doing good. Said hi, Miss Sarita. Miss Sarita in the building. Definitely appreciate her. She's awesome. She comes in here with that positive affirmation every day, and gives us a little boost of confidence, a little boost of energy, with her positive words every day. We definitely appreciate her. But let's take a look over here at Dex Tools, see what projects we have been looking at and following. New project that my buddy Cuff got me, kind of told me about, so I've been kind of following that, looking at that, called Stewie. But let's take a look at Grove. Grove on the BNB side, sitting there at 24 cents. And if we look at it, we're going to move it over here to the day chart. We're going to see some pretty sideways action over the last few days. So we did have that big, that kind of the issue that happened. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, 7, 8 days. So really has been kind of moving sideways, which is not terrible. If you look at the rest of the market, kind of doing the same thing. So following the rest of Bitcoin and all that good stuff. Like to see that. And pretty much the same thing over here on the Ethereum side as well. You got the big red candle there. And even so, I mean, if you go back, what is that, to the 10th, we really have been kind of hanging out around the same level there. Whereas it was on a nice little uptrend, getting up to about 30 cents. And then we obviously had that little issue. But since then, moving very nicely. See if I can make that a little bit bigger. So not a whole bunch of action. But if you look at Bitcoin, it's the same thing there. And if you look at all these other ones, you look at all this, Grove is green on both chains. We got all of these other ones that are completely red. You got Pepe down 8% after having a nice little run the other day. You got PSYOP down 1%, RFD down 8%, BIN down almost 15%, Ribbit down quite a bit. So a lot of things that are down, and in the market, that is it's kind of what we expect when you see Bitcoin having a little bit of a pullback. The overall market is down, but again, you got Stewie over here, which is a meme coin, uh, totally just a meme coin, but launched 1, 2, 3, 4 days ago, and having a nice day on the day chart. So very very solid there. Looks like it broke a zero as well. Started down here, what, 10 zeros, all the way up to 9 zeros now. So not too shabby there. Not too shabby at all. So pretty solid. We'll keep an eye on that. Not a whole lot of. I've been trying to get into some spaces at night and pay attention and hear what's kind of going on. So got some pretty good buys over here. Got some sell action. Even had some bots in there at the very beginning. But it looks like the bots have kind of settled down for a little while. But they probably come back, I bet. But yeah, that is what we got going on over on the regular market, as well as in our Dex tools and our meme projects and the projects that we've been following, our altcoins. So that is kind of what we got going on. I do know Stewie. I think they're doing, like, they paid a meme or something like that with airdrops. I think they already did an airdrop. So I did jump in there, very very small, very small. Uh, Not a lot at all. But it's one of those. The market cap on that is so low that if it takes off, I mean, what's the market cap right now? Market cap 50,000, $50,000 market cap. So if that goes to 100K, that's a 2x, and I think I got in around 30K, so that's a 3x. So not too shabby. $1 million market cap would be a 30x. Ooh, that'd be dirty. I could go for a 30x for sure. But but yeah, can we talk about the last space? Yeah, which one? They're talking about the one with John G. Uh, and the biggest commercial solar farm thing. So I don't know a whole lot of details about that because the details aren't out yet. I do believe that's going to be a government partnership there with the solar. So I don't know that they can give us much details outside of it's in the works, just because we know how government entities work, and that could take a little while. So I don't have a whole bunch on that. I don't have a whole bunch of information on that for sure, but yeah, let me go check my DM real quick. There's the only thing you remember from the space. But yeah, there are some articles out there you can go check out. Again, I have no further details on that when it comes to anything regarding that, as unless whatever they said in the space is what I know. But you never know. You never know. That could definitely be a potential thing there. I like that. I like that little article that you saw there, for sure. The little solar park, maybe a little solar park action. You never know. You never know. But yeah, I'm glad that that's all you remembered from the space. Is the information on the potential uh, massive solar farm that we are in talks with. So pretty solid there. Pretty solid. But yeah, I mean, anything else you want to talk about from that space? Feel free to let me know. If you got questions, let me know, and I will do my best to try to remember what all we talked about, because we talked about a lot, um, and we had some really really good questions. We do know that right now the focus really is on Grove X and Grove Keeper, getting those out, getting our main utility in our wallet out. So, but yeah, I know that it was ready, prepared to go, uh, and then we had the issue last week. So we're taking some steps to further secure some things that needed to happen and things like that. So, which shouldn't take very long, but at the same time, we don't want to give dates out, because as we see, dates get us in trouble sometimes, and we don't want to lose the momentum. In 27, 28, saying Binance connection without saying it. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about using BUSD over on Grove X as well, utilizing that. So, I do know that John is a very, very firm believer in Binance and CZ and what he does over there. So I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all that he talks about Binance and wants to utilize Binance, their ecosystem, whether it be BUSD or BNB. So I know we'll have that on there as well. So uh, pretty solid, pretty solid, and I know we'll have some pairs on there as well. So that is always a good thing. And we did have a couple of new pairs added to our live pairs that were added. So getting a message here, but yeah, what am I sharing here? Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted to share. So we do have some new Grove pairs here. We got Bitcoin, BNB, Ethereum, QXC on there as well. USGD and Grove, Grove XRP, Matic, ADA, Cake, GRVG, as well as Doge added to that as well. So as the moment, this is the updated list of all of the GRV pairs that will be available, with plenty more to come, which is pretty exciting. So not too shabby. Got a handful of projects that are already paired with GRV that are going to be on the Grove X. So that's a good sign. Good sign. Getting more and more there. So not too shabby. But yeah, I heard that space 3 times. There is so much. There's so many stuff. Oh, yeah. There is definitely a lot of information in that space. If you haven't yet listened to it, I would highly suggest going and checking that out. And if you have heard it, you probably could go back and listen to it and find something else that you missed the first go round or the second go round. So it's really not even that long of a space. I don't even remember how long it was. I'll go find out. Let me see, how long was that space? Yeah, just it's about 70 minutes long, an hour and 10 minutes. So you can go check that out. And I actually got the space notes right here. I'm silly. I got the entire space notes right here in front of me on my computer, and I'm looking at the ones I wrote down. But very, very solid by the team. They definitely hooked us up with some solid notes. We do know that GroveX will allow up to $10,000 worth of trading non KYC. So non KYC, you can get up to 10,000. So $0 trading fee with pairs of GRV. So pretty excited about that. And the thing that John said there, I don't want to launch an exchange. I want to launch the exchange. Uh, I know John, and John is a perfectionist. He wants everything to be perfect, but he also wants it yesterday. So the fact that he's making sure that everything is good to go, and 1,000% secure, is really what is what's happening right now, kind of being fully mastered at the moment. So, but yeah, if you got any questions on the space, I do have my notes that I can look back and try to answer as much for. I do know the bridge right now. The bridge in security protocols. No Grove contract was exposed or exploited in the attack. It was third-party vulnerability. The current state, state authorities have been all of everything's been passed off to the authorities. Um, let's see here. What else we got here? Do-do-do. Do-do-do. But yeah, the bridge at the moment is being it has been paused at the moment, so no, not being able to bridge any at the moment is there. So and as soon as that is up and ready, we will definitely let you know. So, but yeah, what else do y'all got? Any other Grove questions? Grove related questions? Check my messages over here. Make sure I don't miss anything. Ugh. But yeah. But I kind of think right now the biggest overall crypto news really is the spot Bitcoin ETFs, with all of the major asset managers coming in and jumping in on all that. Um, so you got Arc or Kathy Woods and Arc jumping in there, who she says that they're first in line. Like they'll be approved. If they get approved, it'll be even before BlackRock, with BlackRock being kind of second. But quite a bit of money with those asset managers, those companies that are coming in, potentially if they get approved for the spot Bitcoin EFTs. Man, that gets me every time. My dyslexia kicks in, and a whole bunch of letters that I just brutal. But yeah, all the necessary stuff is NDA. Very true. Very true. Very true. And as well as I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, some major things happening. You got Kathy Woods, ARK Investment, as amended its filing for spot trading, meaning that they've opened that back up. As we come over here and look at CoinDesk, get rid of all these little ads, man. But them filling out similar to that of BlackRock, the agreement would be between BZX exchange, which the ETF would be listed in a US based spot BTC trading platform, according to ARC's amended filing. So I think this right here is really what kind of is getting it some traction. Surveillance sharing, making sure that who's buying what, and where's it going, and things like that. So market trade activity, clearing activity, customer identification to protect against possible market manipulation. I really do think this whole little paragraph here, or sentence here, it really is what is giving it legs this time around, as potentially, because we know that they haven't done it yet. Nobody has been approved ever, and so hopefully, if we can, this will be probably the reason why. Having the surveillance sharing, just making sure that the market trading activity, who's doing it, and all that good stuff, to make sure that there is no market manipulation, and stuff like that. So I got time for it, and I hope that it does go through, because this is going to bring in a lot of new eyes, and a lot of new money into Bitcoin, which therefore will bring it into crypto as well. But yeah, I mean, if you got over $30 trillion worth in those companies, so if you get in 1%, that's or you bring in one trillion of that goes to Bitcoin, that doubles the market. So now you're looking at a $60,000 Bitcoin. If you get 5 trillion, just not even a quarter of that, you're gonna get a 5x, which put Bitcoin at what, $150,000 Bitcoin. So this really could be the potential beginning, if this is approved, the beginning of a nice solid run up for Bitcoin, which therefore would take the rest of the market with it. Hopefully, I mean, Bitcoin could, leave everybody else in the dust, but I think there's just too many use cases out there. You got Ethereum and all that, and I don't think crypto's going anywhere. Especially if we listen to Jerome Powell, because Jerome Powell said crypto's got that staying power. So, not a whole lot going anywhere. Crypto isn't going anywhere. We just got to weather the storm, which is this bear cycle, and then prepare ourselves for the nice sunny days in the bear market. But yeah, I have been seeing a lot of people say that July could be a nice run. We could have a nice little run to the upside during July, maybe August. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. I do know, what was it, like 2021? Summertime was real hot, absolutely real hot during the summertime for the markets. So hopefully we can see something like that again. and maybe have some nice takeoff for some projects that we've been following. But yeah, we never know. We never know. There is no crystal ball out there. I wish I had one. I'd be a hell of a lot richer. But yeah, not sure at the moment. But yeah, that is kind of what kind of what I had going on. Kind of all the topics that I really wanted to had covering today. Any other big news that I'm missing over here on for crypto and things like that? Let me know. I'm gonna come back over here to CoinDesk, see what they got over here. Let's just look at the live wire over here, see what they got. Bitcoin and other digital assets surge late in quarter two on spot Bitcoin euphoria. Yeah. If that happens, I think we're going to have a very, very nice run up for sure. Um, but yeah, absolutely. You got an article talking about Gary Gensler, how he failed the U.S. crypto industry, and I 1000% agree with that. So you got MasterCard is piloting the tokenized bank deposits in the new UK testbed. So you got the UK. I guess I could share this so I'm not just blabbering things off to y'all. But yeah, you got MasterCard piloting the tokenized bank deposit. So they're going to try it. They're going to test something out over there in the UK and see what happens. But MasterCard is going to be figuring that out and kind of taking the lead on that for sure, which is solid. Ethereum Layer 2 teams want you to clone their code. By making their code open source, it's easy to replicate projects, including Arbitrum, Optimism, and Zinc. Are making it easier for copycat blockchains to steal their users. Huh. But yeah, here's that article we looked at a while ago. First leveraged Bitcoin ETF in U.S. trades 5.5 million on day one. Just kind of scrolling through, see what all we find here. See if there's any topics that we really like. You got Michael Saylor's MicroStrategies hold $4.6 billion worth of crypto. Our Bitcoin, man, that is quite a bit. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Crypto Ponzi schemes cost victims 7.8 billion. Yeah, you got to make sure that what you're getting into is secure and safe and is sound, because there are a lot of Ponzi schemes out there. There's a lot of bad actors, and I have a feeling that 7.8 is a little on the low side, unfortunately. But yeah, be pretty crazy. You got KuCoin introducing mandatory ID checks next month, so that's something we can look at. Go away. Thank you. As of July 15th, new customers will be required to complete identification checks to use KuCoin services. Good. KYC. I'm not mad at that. So, um, yeah, so even if you are an existing customer, you're still going to have to complete the KYC to be able to trade and make deposits. So, I really do think that KYC and implementing all this into these major exchanges is really a good thing. As we know, not having that KYC and kind of doing it anonymously really has not worked out overall. So having KuCoin and other exchanges that are trying to take steps in the right direction for regulation, I think that is a good thing as well. As we know, hopefully we're going to get some type of a crypto regulations here in the United States, and you already see exchanges kind of taking steps towards that, which is a good sign. Good sign there. So I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it, making sure that they're following all the right rules and all the right protocols and things like that. Is a good sign for sure. But what else y'all got, chat? Any other questions, comments? It's been kind of a slow news week. Not a whole lot going on that I've seen, and I could be completely wrong on that. I just haven't seen a whole lot. Let's do this. Let's go over here. Let's go boom. See what's trending. See what we got trending in the any crypto news trending. Any crypto news trending. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. No, not really. Not really. But yeah. Happy birthday to Elon Musk. I think he had a birthday. It was his birthday or it is his birthday. So that's solid. Happy birthday to the legend there. Happy birthday to the legend. You need your time for that really early space. I do have I do got some work to do for that. Kind of just polishing everything that we're going to work on and talk about tonight. So that's not too bad. We already got the format and the layout of what we're going to do tonight. So more or less just kind of going and doing a little more research, deep diving into things. That way I have a clear understanding. But yeah, for sure. We pretty much hit all of what's going on in crypto over on CoinDesk. Got a little NFT action over there. Not much though. That's not true. That is not true at all. That is not true at all. That we did try to. Mike said we really you guys really hate Europe. It's not true at all. Not true at all. Um, there really is no good time for the entire world. There really isn't a good time for the entire world. If you make it much earlier, you're going to miss out a lot on the United States. You make it any later, you're going to miss out on everything, pretty much everybody, except for like Australia and China. So potentially, we might potentially have another time, but for right now, we do have just the one. So that's the beauty of it being recorded. Is you can go back and listen to it at your leisure. You can, in the gym or in the car on the way to work or whatever it is on your lunch break, while you're at work, all that good stuff. So they are always recorded, so you can always go back and listen and get your information and all that good stuff too. So I know it's rough for Europe. I know a lot of folks are having to stay up or miss it. You miss everyone. I heard that. Oh man. But yeah, the time working at a time zone that works for everybody is a very difficult thing. Um, so yeah, I totally understand it. We used to have multiple spaces a day in different time zones, at different time frames, uh, and there really wasn't a whole lot of traction there. You get 100 people in a space, maybe get 200 people that tune into it overall. But our last couple of weeks we've had some numbers really increase, hitting almost 2000. We got over 2000 with John G. But yeah, I do understand that it sucks not being able to tune in live and join the conversation and things like that. But you're going to always DM me your question, and we'll get it in there. But yeah, he says everything is fine because it's recording. Yeah, it is recording. It is recorded. So you at least you're not missing out completely. You can at least tune in and have a listen to it, and get your information there. So But yeah, tonight we're gonna have some good conversation tonight. Kind of touching on some of the things that we talked about already here today, but and then some new stuff as well, as we get prepared for the end of June. It's our last space in June. This is the last June space, and so next month we'll be hitting it just the same way, hard and heavy, during our mega spaces. So we'll probably have a little monthly wrap up kind of things we talked about. John answered me on my questions. I got yeah, yeah, a lot of NDA. There's a lot of things that we can't talk about, and that's the rough part about it right now. Is we're trying to build and trying to work on these partnerships and things. It's hard to talk about it and give a lot of detail just because of the NDAs and how that works, and we're not trying to do anything that could cause friction with the potential listings and partnerships and things like that, whether it be on the crypto side or the business side. So it really is. It is rough, but once everything does kind of like once GrowBX comes out, we'll be able to talk a lot more about it. Growth Keeper. Luckily, we did have Avi Nash. What was that last week? Who came up and gave us a nice little, gave us some information on that and what it's going to look like, and from a tester's point of view, somebody who's been inside it, looking at it, running it, working it, trying to break it, all that good stuff. So, very solid there. Definitely enjoyed his little take on Growth Keeper. I can't wait for it. I'm ready for Growth Keeper as well, having that wallet. But yeah, not a whole lot of news we got today. It's been kind of a slower week news wise, but we kind of hit all of the topics that have been making the market news. Oh man, what y'all got coming up? Anybody got anything exciting coming up? Anybody doing anything exciting coming up? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know before we get out of here. Before we wrap it up and get on out of here. I don't have a lot going on. July weekends are going to be pretty busy. My daughter has softball tournaments like every weekend in July, so I'll be doing that. Uh, but yeah, that is what my month of July looks like on the weekends is softball, softball, and more softball. But very excited about it. It's my daughter's last summer of select softball. Kind of bittersweet before she leaves and heads off to college. I don't even want to talk about the college she's going to. No, I'm kidding. She's going to Oklahoma. That was her dream. And she made her dream come true. So very, very proud of her. She worked her butt off to get it, and so I'm very proud of her for getting that. But only got a few more weeks with her here in before she does go off. And I have a feeling when she goes off, she's the she's the one that's going to be like she'll come back to visit, and that'll kind of just be the end of that. But very excited for her as she's about to start this new chapter of life. But yeah. Well, chat, not seeing a whole bunch come across in the chat, so we're gonna wrap it up here and get out of here and get ready for tonight. 8:30 Eastern time. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time is when that space is going down tonight. So be there. Oh, Mike says our company gave me the chance to work in the U.S. My wife said she would kill me. Oh man, bring her with you. She want to come on over here. What part of the U.S. if you don't mind me asking? Let me know what part of the U.S. because I may not want to. I might be on her side. Let me know, Mike. Which part of the U.S. would you have moved if you got the chance? Now, if you say Texas, come on, like tell her it's amazing here. She'll love it. Uh, but if it's like California, not really. I'm out on that. New York, maybe, maybe. Florida's solid. Florida is a solid, very, very beautiful. You're gonna get some. You're gonna get some very beautiful, beautiful sunsets and sunrises, and some ocean views. Gonna get a little bit of weather. Weather there's pretty crazy, uh, especially if you're on the coastline. But if you're off the coastline, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Ah, very cool. Very solid. Build bridges and train stations all over the world. I think Texas is actually about to put in one of those express lines that'll take, because like Houston to Dallas is like a 4-hour drive, and I think the express line is going to be like get you to like Dallas to Houston in like 45 minutes. For those, so like might be a lot of commuting helping out there. You could live in Dallas or live in Houston and work in the other place, and not have crazy travel time. Dubai too. Dubai is awesome. I love Dubai. I don't know if I've said that here. Dubai is amazing, absolutely amazing. But yeah, could be Texas too. Come on, brother. You come to Texas, I'll come. I'll come meet you, and we'll have a hangout. We'll have a hangout. We'll get some proper barbecue, uh, and we'll have a good time. Take you to a football game, an American football game. Yeah, show you how we do it around here. I'll take you to a college football game. Those are wild. I'll take you down to the University of Texas. Go watch a Texas Longhorn football game. Watch 100,000 people pack into a college football stadium. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But yeah, we'll definitely you make it over to Texas. I'll make sure that we get to hang out in there, and I'll take you around, show you some spots, brother. Most definitely. All right, y'all. We are at the top of the hour almost, and or been here for an hour almost. So we are gonna wrap it up. I do got some prep to do for this evening, as well as some other things I got to knock out here at the house. Got to get my dog situated. They've been digging under the fence, and they literally got into my neighbor's yard, and so I got to go take care of that. That was always fun. But yeah, we're gonna get it out of here. We're gonna wrap it up. Definitely appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all always show up, show love, and show support. Y'all are the best. I really do mean that. But we're gonna wrap it up. Remember, two things in this world that you can control at all times: attitude and effort. Stay positive. Give 110% in everything you do. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll see. Tell somebody you love them. You never know. Might change their day, their week, their month, or even their year. We'll see y'all tonight over in the mega space. Until then, if not, we'll be back here tomorrow. Same time, same vibe, same great channel. Until then, I'm just a man. Peace.